Man, I gotta come clean like I'm made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winner side. Ready to try, keep it.
It's an afternoon probably best suited for skating in Central Park, but we're across the river and we are in for a cold one at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the New York Jets. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Ready, ready! 70, Indy! Topper, topper! Ready, ready!
First carry for Royce Freeman. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Check. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. I got it.
5.
From the gun, Herbert gets it off to Freeman. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 8 yards there and a 1st down.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline. But what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the 1st down.
Go! Hey, Zoo!
I'm coming after you. Hey, check.
Big grip.
Throwing on 1st down. Herbert. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody covered. Oh, he just snuck out there. And he's got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. John Simon in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mike 55. Right there in the middle.
To throw on 2nd down. Herbert. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Ready? 10 Lobo.
Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. Hey, come on, oh. Shift.
Greystone travel.
Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Hey, wahoo! They
just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Ready up.
Alert. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Here we go. Check nickel.
Let's go.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Let's go now.
So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15.
Check.
2nd and 15. Buying time to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Finally, an incompletion. He was 5 of 5 before that last throw to start this game.
So he is human. All right, so we found out after the way he began, okay, he can have an incompletion here or there, but I love what they've done right from the word go. They just need to pay it off with a touchdown now.
Hey. Mike 35, Mike 35.
Hey.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll run here with Freeman. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. First carry now for the Memphis man, Darrell Henderson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Watch the boot. Get it all. West. Under crunch.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. And looking at Houston defensively, they've got a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd.
Mike 28. Mike 20. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Mike 28. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Mike 28. Mike 28. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Third down. Here's Haskins.
Safety's creeping. Hey, watch it, watch it.
Looking here for Smith downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Let's go, let's go.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know,
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
but how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Barber on 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Barber, the ball carrier. Justin Houston on the stop. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Texans' 30-yard line.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Haskins throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And 2.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
You brought your left because I'm about to take you to school.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
At the 27-yard line.
Time to go, night-night.
They go back to the ground, this time Barber. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Houston on the stop.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Get ready. Get ready.
Now they try the right side here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
The tackle made
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
15 on it. 15 on it. Check in. Blue Dan. Blue Dan. Mike 28. It's been a long day for you. Mike 28. Money go.
To throw on 3rd down. Haskins found his target. It's Anderson. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
It's a gain of 8.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. Back to the running game with Barber. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Third down and 11.
The Jets on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Watch the twist. Set the tone, defense.
From the gun, Haskins on third down. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first point. It's a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field. Trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
On the ready.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a throw here to his running back. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Check 49, check 49. Gone.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first-down gains. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Got it.
55. Right there in the middle. 55. I got him. Check 43.
Hey, high 7.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get.
Looking to throw. Herbert. Open man is Michael Thomas. And down inside the 15 he goes. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 13-yard line. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 14-yard line.
Set, ready? 8, read. Go, go.
Bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. 35's the mic.
And let's get this. Mike, 35.
Now. Now.
Looking to throw on second down. Herbert. And it'll be intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Here's Haskins to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. The carry for Barber. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. From the gun, it's Haskins. And he finds a man on a crossing route. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone.
At their own 31-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, right at the 40. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Flushed out right. He's going to air one out for Anderson. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
Remember, as they try to run the ball down here, Charles, this is the number 2 rush defense in the league.
So do you accept the challenge up front? Do you get your offensive line together, get your tight end in the ball game and say, I don't care that they're number 2. Let's go ahead and show them that we can run the ball anyway? Or do you do the best thing and throw the darn thing and try and get in the end zone?
Maybe that's wiser. They come out here in the I. A line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Following the touchdown, McCrane set to kick it away.
Fair catch, made at the 25-yard line. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Come on, boys.
Again, it's Henderson. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. That leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
X3, 218, chopper. 5.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
It's taken to the 26. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Watch the flag, watch the flag. Where they go?
On 1st down, it's Haskins. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And this is caught inside the 5. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 55 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Throwing again, here's Haskins. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. George Kittle with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. Following the touchdown, McCrane set to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. The throw over the middle taken in, and down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Let's go. 60 yards.
You ain't going nowhere.
Check out route.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Ready, set.
50, Mike, 50.
I got him.
Set, go.
2nd and 14. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now a run with Henderson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
He's coming.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Mike 35, Mike 35.
From the gun, Herbert. And that's complete to Cooks. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it's 3rd down.
6 yards to go.
Set up. 18 Gator. Switch. Ready.
On 3rd down, Freeman. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Night, sweetheart. Mike 50, Mike 50. Don't let him breathe.
Go.
On 4th down, Herbert going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Jets are going to get the football back. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go for
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now it's Haskins. The open man is Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Jet 1st down, 18 big yards that time. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. To throw on 2nd and 10. Haskins into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're looking at third and a few inches.
Hey, switch gears.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
Set, ready. 60 outlaw. 55. I got you. I got you. Wahoo. Check. 55 to Mike. Check.
Now Haskins on first down.
Hey, you don't want to see.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Here we go.
This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, 4th quarter.
Come on,
The
set.
Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. 93 yards. And the Texans cut into that lead. So from back deep in their own territory all the way into the end zone, you think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked.
Their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Haskins hit, and he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line.
Partner, that would look like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal.
4 down, check. 4 down.
Hey!
Mike's 50. Bandit.
Big grip.
Following the fumble recovery, Herbert. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. But what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and if you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
at their own 22-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. On second down, Barber. And an alley to run. There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Peyton Barber. His second touchdown on the season. And the Jets will extend their lead. They do tack on the extra point as well, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, McCrane set to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing to start the drive. Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. On second down, Johnson. And an alley to run. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Caught the defense off guard there a bit on second and long, but now you still have to deal with third and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one, that maybe your team will believe in it when you send it in.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on fourth down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Mike, 55.
Five.
Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl.
On fourth down, Herbert. And Thomas has it. And he's going to be out up around the 35-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Back to throw. Herbert, now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10.
Hey, let's get this. Mike 35, Mike 35.
Throwing again. Herbert. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left.
All All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood. Fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge.